Hello TCR friends, I'm Karen Dupree with Triangle to Coast Realty, and today we are standing in a kitchen. However, we're not cooking, but we do have some pretty spicy things to discuss. I'm doing our market update today with Tatum Croft with Cavendish Lane. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Can you tell us, Tatum, a little bit about yourself? I know personally that a lot of realtors in the area know Tatum, work with Tatum, and know how she is the secret ingredient to our listings. And I just wanted to bring her in today to talk to us. So Tatum, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Sure. So my business is called Cavendish Lane Design, and I have two main components. I work with realtors to help homeowners get their house ready for market. So that would include a consultation with the homeowners. We walk around their property, talk about all the things that they can do so that their home is going to shine in photos.
Absolutely.
I also provide interior design help for these homeowners once they find their new home and other projects that come along the way.
Absolutely. She's a very busy lady here in the Triangle. One of the things today that I really want Tatum to talk to us about, because she does go in a lot of homes with agents, myself, but as many people are looking to get their homes ready, maybe for the summer market, what can they do in advance before we arrive at the door, Tatum?
Okay, well, I would say curb appeal is huge. And now that the beautiful weather is upon us, I want people to go stand at their driveway and look at their front door. A couple things. Is the mulch fresh? Can you see your front door? Do maybe your bushes need to be trimmed down? I always think that a beautiful wreath on your door that is a contrasting color that's going to pop helps the camera focus to your front door. I also like adding a new welcome mat and probably some flowers or some ferns around the front door so that it is beautiful in the photo.
Absolutely. You know, April showers bring May flowers, and we certainly like to have life on the front porch, because when someone drives by, the curb appeal is their first impression. So regardless of what the inside looks like, we've got to get them through their front door. So totally agree. Thank you for that, Tatum. As we go into someone's home and they're getting ready, talk to me about decluttering, making space for the new people to see their things in the home. Can you give us some insight on that?
Absolutely. So when I come in and do a consult with the realtors for the homeowners, I'm acting like the camera lens. So we want everyone's home to look as wide, open, bright, and spacious as possible. So the two things that I always will tell homeowners is the camera loves when we have corners that are clear. So that would include things like moving furniture off of the walls, taking items out of a corner that doesn't need to be there. The other thing would be countertops, kitchen countertops, bathroom countertops, coffee tables, side tables. We are clearing those, paring them down, and the number one thing is to pre-pack all of your personal pictures, personal mementos, things like that that are special to you, but can often appear as clutter in a photo. So we just start pre-packing all those things.
I love the word pre-packing, because sometimes when we go in and we're staging or telling people what to do, it seems as though a chore. Like, I've got to do all this to get my home ready, but it certainly does work, and the pictures prove it. But it is a pre-packing, so you're just doing the work in advance to get ready. So Tatum, we're standing in this kitchen today, and it's a vacant kitchen. And one of the things that she does and she talks about is, of course, nothing on the countertops. We want to see the depths of the space, but she does do touches of staging for us, and she's going to show that to us today.
Okay.
So we moved over to the countertop here, and Tatum is going to show us a couple of things that she does. One of the things that I love, and I know she's going to point on, is greenery. Greenery is loved by the camera. Tatum has taught us that. It gives life and energy. So Tatum, tell them about the little things that you've done. When we tell them to clear the countertops and then we come back and we add stuff, tell us why.
So the reason why we clear everything off is, especially in kitchens, everybody wants to see how much counter space a kitchen has because life requires a lot of counter space. But when it comes to photos, and the point of staging is to have your potential buyer stop their scroll, we want them to see how they could be living in your home. So I come in and I'll bring a few items to stage up the kitchen. This is an example of items that I would bring. And as Karen mentioned, I love greenery. Now, I don't want you to be scared. I do not bring fresh plants. You're not required to keep anything else alive, but the camera loves green. So when I can add it, I will. For example here, we all use cutting boards. What this cutting board is, it's going to draw your attention back to this beautiful tile, which is a fantastic selling feature of this home. I like to add some height and some items that make sense in a kitchen. You always have a fruit bowl, but what I've done is I've added green so that the camera is drawn to it. It feels fresh, clean, and crisp. I've also given you some different heights. So when you're looking at a picture, you can see how big this counter space is, how much height there is between the cabinet and the counter. We all drink coffee. So these are items that I would typically bring to stage a kitchen.
And it looks beautiful. Thank you, Tatum. So the next stop is we're going to go to an owner's bathroom and show you some fun things that we do in there to prepare and give you some pointers for getting your home ready for the summer market. So we made our way to the owner's bathroom and we're going to discuss some of our staging things here. But Tatum, when I walked in here, one of the first things I thought about was lighting. When we come in here, it's light, it's really bright. And talk to me about light bulbs, because light bulbs is something that the camera really sometimes loves and sometimes doesn't.
That's right. So one of our biggest tips for every homeowner when they're getting ready to sell is to ensure that in each space, all their light bulbs are, number one, functioning, but number two, they're all the same wattage and color, because that is something that the camera will pick up. And in a photo, the room looks off. So buyers will interpret that there's something wrong in this space. So light bulbs is a quick and easy way to ensure that your pictures look fantastic.
Absolutely. And another segment we'll do is home inspections show it can be simply just the bulb that needs to be replaced. So that's a really good thing to put on your list when you start preparing to put your home on the market for the summer. So while we're in here, Tatum's going to show us some more. As you see, she loves her green, so she brought it up to the owner's bath. So Tatum, go away with it.
So what I like to do in bathrooms is show it off as pretty as possible, but as decluttered as possible. Because I will say, when we're coming through and doing the consult, take everything away. It's like nobody lives here. So then what I do is I come back with fresh towels. We'll hang hand towels, bath towels, depending on the configuration of the bathroom. And then I always like to put something in the center, always green, because again, green evokes a feeling of fresh and clean. And in a bathroom, that's what you want. Then I also like to embellish a little bit. I'll put a little tray with some pretty soaps, probably something else green, and anything else that you would need with your soap, like a little hand towel. So what this does is it just draws your attention to the center of this very long double vanity. I also like to include cute little soaps, and if there's shelves, again, I'll add greenery. And in a gorgeous shower like this, I would probably roll some towels and put them here on the seat, so that your eye is drawn back and you notice this fantastic shower. I'd probably also add some greenery that's hanging down here, some eucalyptus or something, because again, it's going to show the depth of the room in the photo. It feels fresh and clean, and it's showcasing the features of this bathroom.
Right. I think, to reiterate, the part of staging and what Tatum does is not just to make a place look pretty, but to make sure that all the features of the home that are going to sell the home are amplified and that you can see through the camera, like she says, with the depths of the shower and seeing that that is a tile shower with a seat.
All these touches will ensure that when people are looking, when they're scrolling, that they're going to stop and they're going to look at your listing, because we want to highlight all the fantastic features that make your home different and set them apart from the other listings.
Absolutely. The other thing too, Tatum, when I'm in here, because we've learned over time, there's nothing on the floor. Like, a lot of people have bath mats and things, and I understand and functioning in day to day, but talk to us about what you do with the floors.
So generally my rule of thumb is I like all the bath mats up off the floor. The reason being is, again, it helps your depth, it helps your vision. There's nothing that's going to be stopping in the picture. And also, sometimes people will wonder if you're hiding something.
Right.
So we want all the carpets up, all the bath mats up, and then, especially in this bathroom, the tile is beautiful. So we want to showcase that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tatum.
I'd like to thank Tatum for being with us today and for all the expertise that she shares with us. She is truly a secret ingredient to us as realtors and to sellers when listing their home. Tatum, you touched a little bit about a couple of points that I just want to leave our friends with today. First, pre-packing. Second, just kind of clearing the corners, making room for the next buyer in the home, and just getting ready with life and greenery and flowers and the carpet peel. Can you touch on that a little bit more for us in conclusion for today?
Yes. Okay, so sellers, when you're getting ready for the market, we want to think about from the moment the first picture hits the scroll that buyers are looking through. And we also want to think about when they pull up to your home. So we're talking about all things curb appeal. And again, just to conclude, I always suggest that you want to make sure you can see your front door. So if there are bushes or things that need to be trimmed, do that. Add new mulch. Ensure your door has a focal point. That could be including a beautiful wreath, something that contrasts the color of your door. You also may want to consider adding a few pots of flowers on either side of your door, a lantern, something beautiful that will direct attention and that you are adding instant curb appeal. Second thing would be pre-packing. We've talked about putting away anything that is personal to you, personal pictures, things that you've collected over the years, because we need people to picture themselves living in your home. So packing and pre-packing all of those personalized things will serve you well. Last point, as we've talked about, the camera, when it's coming in to take the pictures of your home, loves when corners are clear and when countertops are clear. And when I say countertops, I mean the kitchen, the bathroom, but I'm also referring to coffee tables, mantles, areas that have a long visual space. So when you are getting ready for photos, ensure your corners are clear, ensure your countertops are clear. And one last thing, I'd just like to remind you, getting ready to move is an emotional experience, and that's okay. And you are in the best of hands with Karen and her team. They will help you walk through all the stages of getting your home ready, on the market, sold, and on to your next adventure. But don't feel overwhelmed. Think of all of this as pre-packing and as simple ways that you are saying goodbye to your current home and moving forward towards an exciting future.
Thank you, Tatum. You're right. It is an emotional piece when people start leaving their home and going to the next. But we here at TCR, or Triangle to Coast Realty, are super excited about helping our friends and our sellers find their next journey. Please reach out to us if you have any questions, if you're looking to put your home on the market for the summer or if you're just looking for your next home. Thank you and have a great day.